Thank you so much. Manassas, you are very kind to welcome us like this. This is a terrific welcome and a pretty clear indication that come November 6th, Virginia is going to vote for Romney Ryan. We're going to take back the White House. Now, today was a good day for me, I got to tell you. It was also a good day for America. We've taken the next step to restoring America's promise with Paul Ryan as our nominee for Vice President. This is a man who I think you know pretty well. If you said one word about Paul Ryan, it would probably be leader. This is a man who learned leadership young, because leadership is a function of character and courage. As a young man, a high schooler, his dad died, and he was forced to grow up quickly. He and his family came together, and instilled in him were the kind of hard-working ethics that are associated with the Midwest of America. He carries those things in his heart. He's worked in Washington over the past 14 years, but you know what? In his heart is still Janesville, Wisconsin. Small-town America still defines a great man like Paul Ryan. He didn't go there with ambition to become something big. He went there with ambition to accomplish something big. And he's taken our party, and with his intellectual leadership has helped make sure that we focus on values, that we fight for things we believe in. Sometimes our party has gone astray over the past years. And Paul Ryan said, no, bring it home to the things we care about. Make sure we care for our seniors, we care for our kids, and we stop spending what we don't have. And you know, Washington is a place where a lot of people get by just throwing stones at one another. But he took a different approach. He tried to reach across the aisle with friends in our party and people on the other side of the aisle. He's one of those who realizes that honest people can have honest differences. And so he's worked with Democrats and Republicans to work on major pieces of legislation that help people. Right now, there's one that he's put out there. You see, the president has put a plan out on Medicare. He cuts Medicare $700 billion through his Obamacare plan. And what Paul Ryan and Senator Wyden have done is said, no, we need to restore and retain and protect Medicare. That's what our party will do. And this comes at a critical time. As you know, as Paul just said to you, this is a critical time for America. You know that. When you have a country as prosperous as ours, but 23 million people are out of work, or stopped looking for work, or underemployed, you know something's wrong. You know, when you have a nation that invented public education, and our kids are now getting an education that scores in the bottom third of the world, you know something's wrong. When you know a nation as prosperous as ours has put together $16 trillion of debt, passing on our burdens of our generation to the next generation, it's not just wrong, it's immoral for us to put on those obligations to our kids. Candidate Obama said that he was going to cut the cost for an average family of their health care premium by $2,500. Has your premium gone down? Anybody here seen their premiums go down? No, as a matter of fact, the average family has seen their premiums go up by $2,500. A $5,000 difference in a nation with a median income just about $50,000. Think what that means. Gasoline prices have doubled. These are critical times in this country. And so you have a choice. America's going to have a choice. I think I know what you guys are going to do, right? America's going to have a choice. They've seen the product of the Obama plan. It's been executed over the last 3.5 years. It hasn't worked. Middle-income families are getting squeezed. People can't find work. We have a very different plan. We don't want America to become Europe with high unemployment, no wage growth, economic calamity at the door. We want to restore the principles that made America the hope of the earth. And so we'll do this. We're going to do 5 things. 5 things that'll get this economy going again with more jobs and more take-home pay. These 5 things. 1, take advantage of our energy resources: oil, coal, gas, nuclear, renewable. Get America energy independent. That's number 1. Number 2, we need to make sure that our people have the skills to succeed, not just those in the workforce today, but also our kids. We will make sure that our schools are focused on the needs of our kids and the parents and the teachers, and the teachers union is going to have to take a back seat. We want trade. That's number 3, trade that works for America. We want to open up new markets for our goods, particularly in Latin America. But when people cheat in trade like China's cheated, we're going to hold them accountable. That's it, and call them on the carpet. We're going to stop unfair trade. So number 1, energy. Number 2, skills. Number 3, trade. Number 4, we're going to finally do something politicians have talked about for years, and that is we're going to cut spending, cut the deficit, and finally get us on track to a balanced budget. And one more. We're going to champion small business. We're going to help small business. We want low taxes for small business and regulators that encourage small business. And by the way, there's a big cloud hanging over small business today. You go ask them what they're worried about. And one of the things they'll tell you is they're worried about the cost of health care because of Obamacare. We're going to get rid of Obamacare and replace it with something that works for the American people. The other day, here in Virginia, the president said something I just couldn't believe. I couldn't imagine he actually said it, you know, and I looked it up. He said, if you have a business, you didn't build that, someone else did that. I guess he thinks that government somehow should take responsibility for all the achievements of people in this country. I have a very different view. I believe America was founded on a principle of individuals pursuing happiness as they choose, achieving and reaching for accomplishment and excellence. So when a young person makes the honor roll, I know it took a school bus to get them to school, but I don't give the bus driver credit for the honor roll. And I know that if in your work you spend some extra time finding a way to do the things that other people perhaps can't do at that work site, and you get a promotion, I know that to get to work you had to have a driver's license, but I don't give the person at the DMV the credit. I give the person who achieved that advance, the promotion, the credit. Now the president says that we're taking him out of context with that quote. Yeah, go back and take a look at the whole speech. If you want to get a full dose of what the president believes, you watch that whole speech. He says in there, if you're successful and you think it's because you're smart, why, lots of people are smart. And if you think it's because you're working hard, it's because, well, there are a lot of people that are working hard. I wonder where he was going with this argument. You see, my own view is that we welcome and celebrate people who work hard to improve their skills and reach for achievement. This is the nature of America. America was founded on a principle that our rights did not come from government. Our rights came from the Creator. And among those rights were life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. In this country, we're free to pursue happiness as we choose. And people's striving and achieving are what make America the powerhouse that it is. This is the nature of America. The president's changing into something which is government-dominated, government-centric. It will not work in America. It will not work anywhere. What works here, what works around the world, is free people pursuing their dreams. We want those dreamers here. We can accomplish our dreams. And so looking at that kind of record that the president has, and contrasting it with our vision of optimism, bringing back a dynamic and powerful economy with more jobs and more take-home pay, the president understandably has resorted to a very unusual campaign. And that is, in some respects, I think he disrespects the office by taking the campaign down to the very lowest point I can recall in my lifetime. We're going to have a very different view. The next Vice President of the United States and I are going to lay out a vision for America of hope and opportunity and progress and achievement and individual accomplishment. We're going to stand for America, and we're going to win. I love this country. I love America. I know you love America. That's what brings you here. This is not about me. It's not about him. This is about America, the country we love. It's in trouble. It needs our help. We're going to take it back and make sure America remains the hope of the earth. Thank you so much.